Mick Ralphs, the founding lead guitarist of Bad Company, has died. He was 81. His death was announced on Monday, June 23. Surviving Bad Company bandmates, Paul Rodgers and Simon Kirke paid tribute to Ralphs. A cause of death was not shared. Mick has passed. My heart just hit the ground. He has left us with exceptional songs and memories. He was my friend, my songwriting partner, an amazing and versatile guitarist who had the greatest sense of humor. Rodgers, 75, said in a statement, "Our last conversation a few days ago, we shared a laugh, but it won't be our last. There are many memories of Mick that will create laughter. Condolences to everyone who loved him, especially his one true love, Susie. I will see you in heaven." Kirke, 75, echoed the heartbreak, stating, "He was a dear friend, a wonderful songwriter, and an exceptional guitarist. We will miss him deeply." Ralph's influence went far beyond his guitar work. His gentle soul, wisdom, and quiet humor left lasting impressions on those who knew him. His ability to make anyone feel welcome in his presence, whether in a crowded studio or a quiet conversation backstage, was a testament to the kind of man he was. Ralphs was born in 1944 in Herefordshire, England, into a modest family that supported his creative spirit from a young age. He began playing music as a teenager, initially experimenting with piano before falling in love with the guitar. It didn't take long before he was playing in local bands, eventually performing in the group Doc Thomas Group in the 1960s. The band would later evolve into the more commercially viable group Silence, and eventually Mott, the Hoopla Band. That would catapult Ralphs to early fame. As a founding member of Mott the Hoople, Ralphs played an instrumental role in defining their sound. His bluesy, gritty guitar style blended perfectly with the glam rock flair the band later adopted. Ralphs appeared on 6 of their albums, most notably on All the Young Dudes, which was produced by David Bowie. That collaboration marked a significant moment not only for Mott the Hoople but also for Ralphs, who was beginning to carve out a legacy that would last decades. Rodgers met Ralphs in 1971, after a fateful jam session filled with unspoken chemistry and musical synchronicity. Ralphs made the bold decision to leave Mott the Hoople at the height of their success. He co-founded Bad Company with Rodgers, Simon Kirke, and King Crimson bassist vocalist Boz Burrell. It was a defining moment in classic rock history, and Ralphs was at the heart of it. The group signed with Led Zeppelin's record label, Swan Song, an achievement made possible thanks to Zeppelin's legendary manager, Peter Grant. That endorsement alone was a seal of quality and promise, and it was Ralph's signature guitar riffs and emotionally charged solos brought depth and dimension to Bad Company's sound. During Ralph's tenure with Bad Company, the group released a string of iconic songs including Can't Get Enough, Moving On, Ready for Love, Silver, Blue and Gold, Shooting Star, and Rock Steady. Each of these tracks bore the imprint of Ralph's unmistakable guitar work, raw, yet melodic, technically gifted but never The 1974 self-titled debut album, Shot to Know, won on the Billboard 200, a feat that cemented their place in rock history, though the band's last record was released in 1995. Ralphs and his bandmates frequently reunited for tours and special performances. Ralphs was always a presence that electrified the stage, never flashy, but always passionate. Fans could sense his love for the music every time he played. He wasn't just performing, he was communicating, pouring his soul into every note. Over the years, Ralph's legacy continued to grow. Younger generations of guitarists cited him as an influence, many attempting to emulate his fluid yet muscular playing style. His songwriting, too, was revered. He had a knack for crafting melodies that were both anthemic and intimate, whether you were screaming the chorus in an arena or humming a verse alone in your room. Ralphs had a way of making music feel personal. In later years, Ralphs faced health challenges that limited his ability to tour. In 2016, he suffered a stroke shortly after a Bad Company tour, and although he recovered to some extent, he largely stepped away from the spotlight. Still, his music continued to resonate around the world, with classic rock stations playing his hits daily and fans old and new discovering the magic of his guitar work. Friends and collaborators describe Ralphs as soft-spoken but deeply thoughtful. He had a dry wit and a deep reservoir of stories about life on the road, studio sessions, and the golden era of rock. Yet, he rarely boasted. He preferred to let his guitar speak for him. And it spoke volumes. His passing leaves a void in the music community. Tributes have poured in from musicians across genres, all acknowledging the unique place Ralphs held in the pantheon of rock. He wasn't just a great guitarist, he was a cornerstone of two legendary bands. A composer of songs that became the soundtracks to countless lives, and a humble artist who never forgot his roots. In his personal life, Ralphs was known for his love of the countryside, photography, and vintage cars. He found joy in simple pleasures and often spoke of the importance of balance between fame and normalcy, success and gratitude. His relationship with his longtime partner Susie was a deep and loving one. They shared decades of memories, and by all accounts, their bond was unshakable. She was his muse, his anchor, and his confidant. As we look back on Mick Ralphs' life, it's clear that he didn't just shape rock music, he enriched it with heart and soul. His riffs live on, not just in recordings but in the muscle memory of guitarists around the world who learned to play because of him. His lyrics remain etched in the minds of fans who sing them as though they were their own. In remembering Mick Ralphs, we remember more than a musician. We remember a craftsman, a gentleman, and a quiet force who left a thunderous mark. He may be gone, but his sound, his spirit, and his story will echo on 4 generations to come. Rest in peace, Mick. The music world is quieter without you, but your melody will never fade. Somewhere, in a place beyond time and space, there's a cosmic jam session underway, a celestial collaboration between legends. And now, Mick Ralphs has joined that ensemble. Perhaps he's trading licks with Jimi Hendrix, sharing stories with David Bowie, or laying down bluesy riffs as Janis Joplin belts out a soul-shaking note. His spirit, now unbound by earthly constraints, soars into that eternal studio where music never ends, and the lights never dim. For every musician who picked up a guitar because of Mick, and every listener whose heart was stirred by one of his solos, this is not the end. His music will continue to inspire, to comfort, and to electrify. His story, like his sound, will carry on, long after the final note fades. As fans revisit his discography, they will hear not just notes and chords, but echoes of a man who gave everything to his craft. Each string bend, each solo, and each haunting rhythm is a whisper from Ralph's soul to ours. And while the world spins on and new music emerges, Ralph's contribution remains timeless. It's etched into the DNA of rock, woven into the fabric of every anthem that urges us to sing louder, feel deeper, and remember those who came before. And perhaps, on quiet nights, a guitar will gently weep, and listeners will swear they can hear Ralphs in the wind, a sound as eternal as the stars, as familiar as the beating heart of rock and roll itself. Mick Ralphs may have departed this world, but what he leaves behind is immeasurable. It is not just in awards or accolades, but in the raw, transcendent power of music that lives forever. He played from the heart, and because of that, he touched countless others. Let us not mourn only his death, but celebrate the extraordinary life he lived, the moments he created, the stages he lit up, and the memories he gave to us all. Thank you, Mick Ralphs. Thank you for the music, the memories, and the soul. You will be remembered, always.